Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to start a new chapter. I already announced to you what is that one, continuity and differentiability. Which chapter I am going to start here? Continuity and differentiability. Continuity and differentiability. Very important chapter it is. Okay, so here two topics are there. What is that one? Continuity, that means continuous functions. Okay, and differentiability, that is derivatives. So here this chapter is the extension of our chapter, first year chapter. What is that one? Limits and derivatives. Limits and derivatives. That means we already learned about limits, right? So here continuity means this continuity is depending upon limits only. This continuity depending upon limits only. Okay, and the derivative means the derivatives, some formulas are given, and we know how to find the derivative of a function. Yes or no? Yes. Now we are going to discuss here continuity and what is the continuous function and how we have to check that continuity, and the differentiability. Differentiability means how we have to find the function is differentiable and how to find the derivative of the given function. Okay, very important chapter. And from this chapter you will get one more question. Okay, two more questions. 2 is 4 marks. Two more questions, and next 3 more questions. 2 3 is 6 marks. Okay, and 1 5 mark question. 1 5 mark question. 1 5 is 5. Okay, and 1 4 mark question. 4 marks. Total how many marks you will get here? 9, 10 plus 10, 20. So 20 marks you will get from this chapter. Okay, so that is why this chapter I am going to say is very important. Derivatives. Total depend upon derivatives. Okay, and limits. Okay, listen carefully. So from this chapter, how many marks we are going to get here? 20 marks we are going to get. Very important chapter. And say here, 1 mark question, 2 mark questions, 2 3 mark questions, 1 5 mark question, and 1 4 mark question. So 4 means 6 plus 4 is there. 6 plus 4, that 4 is. You will get from this continuity only. You will get from, and also this 4 mark question you will get from continuity. Continuous, important and easy also. Very easy. Okay, and this 5 mark question you will get from differentiability. From derivatives you will get. From this also you will get one derivative questions, and these are like this you get. Okay, remember this one. Now, before going to start this chapter continuity, first I would like to remember the definition of limit. What is limit? And you already learned about that in first year, right? And what is left limit and what is right limit also. If you know well about limit, then you can define easily the continuity, definition of continuity. You can easily define the definition of continuity or continuous. Okay, just see. What is limit here? Limit means, see, suppose x is equal to one value taken, a. When is x value? X is equal to a. Okay, when x is tending to a, from left of a, when these are x values, x is equal to a here. A will some value. When x values are tending to a from left, then f of x value is tending to b. X value is tending to a from left of a, f of x is tending to some value L. Yes or no? Yes. And same like this, when x values are tending to a from right to a, then this f of x also tending to L, some other value L. Then what do you say? Then the limit of the function f of x at a is L. Yes or no? The limit of the function f of x at a is equal to what the value? L or not? And how will you denote this one? Limit x tends to a. Limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to what is the value? L. Limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to what is the value? L or not? I mean the limit of the function f of x is L at x equal to a. That is the meaning of this. Or when x is tends to a, axis tends to A from left of A and from right of A, then f of x is tends to L from left of L and right of. Okay, we already solved like this question from questions. Did you remember that? So 2, left of 2. When x value reaches to 2, then f of x is reaches to suppose 4. F of x reaches to 4 from left of 2. Left of 2 means 1.9999 and so on. Those are all values we have to take, right? So right of 2. When x is reaches to 2, f of x is reaches to 4 from left of. From left, x values reaches to 2. From right also x values reaches to 2. Then f of x values reaches to 4 from left and right also. Yes or no? Then what is the limit of this function f of x? X2 is 4. That means how to get it? Limit x tends to 2, x tends to 2, when x is tends to 2 from left and from right of the function f of x. Then what is the limit of this function f of x at 2? 4. The value is 4. We already learned about that one. And here you learned about left hand limit and right hand limit also. What is left hand? See same here. Here when x is tends to 2 from left or not? Left of 2. That means how to make limit x tends to 2 minus f of x. This value is tending to 4. This left of this value is tending to 4 from left. Yes. Next, just observe to right side also. When limit x tends to 2 plus. 2 plus means from right side. Minus means it is not negative. What it is saying that from left of 2. From left of 2. It is left hand limit. Equal to 4 you got. Here it is limit x tends to 2 plus. 2 plus means from right. From right of 2, x values are reaches to 2. Then f of x is reaches to 4. Of f of x is equal to what is the from 4. Just observe here. Left limit at 2 is 4. Right limit at 2 is also 4. Left limit at 2 is 4. Right limit at 2 is also 4. So left limit to right limit both are equal or not? Both are equal. Then what is it? Whenever the left limit and right limit both are equal, then what will be exist? Limit will be exist. So then how can I get limit? So left limit equal to 4, right limit also equal to 4. And whenever you say that left limit and right limit both will be equal, then what is it? What is it? Limit is existed. Limit will be exists. Then what is the limit here? Limit x tends to 2, f of x is equal to 4. Then what is the limit value? Limit x tends to 2, f of x equal to 4. Limit x tends to 2, f of x equal to 4. Okay. So generally how can you define? Generally how can you define? See, limit is existed. Limit existed at A. That means limit existed means left limit LHL and right limit RHL both are equal. Left limit, right limit both are equal. Whenever you are saying that left limit and right limit both are equal, then what is saying? What is saying? Limit is exists at that particular value A of the function f of x. That means see, limit x tends to A minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to A plus f of x. Whenever you are saying that left limit and right limit both are equal, then what will be? Then limit exists. Limit exists. Then what is that limit? Therefore, that limit value is limit x tends to A. Limit x tends to A. F of x is equal to that some value L. Suppose it is L and L. Left limit, right limit, both are L. Then whenever you are saying that left limit, right limit both are L, left limit, right limit both are L, at x is equal to A, then what do you say? Limit is exists. Limit is exists. Then what is the limit? Limit x tends to A, f of x is equal to L. Limit x tends to A, f of x is equal to L. It is the definition of limit of a function. Right? Why we are discussing here? Because the compulsory, the continuity, definition of continuity or continuous is depend upon this limit only. The definition of continuous is depend upon limit only. Okay, and just see here. I will draw the graph of this limit also. Okay, just see. With x-axis, y-axis. Suppose the function curve I am taking like this. I am taking like this the function curve. That means f of x, one curve is given. That curve graph, if you try to draw the graph of this function f of x like this it is. Okay, a, it is a value. It is a. X is equal to, these are all x values only. These are all x values only, right? So if x equals some particular value a. So what is this value? F of a. F of a. See, just see here. What about the value from here to here? It is f of a. From here to here, value f of a. Right? It is f of a. So what is left limit here? F of a value. Left limit, it is L. From here to here, this value only left limit. Okay. So these values, it is a. Left of a, left of a, left limit. Right of a, right limit. Okay. Left limit, right limit, both are what is that one? Both are same only. Both are same only. That means what we say here? Left limit, right limit, both are same only. Then both are equal. Left limit, right limit, both are equal. Then what is it? What is it? Limit is existed at what value? At x is equal to a. At x is equal to a. At x is equal to a. Left limit, right limit, both are equal. Left limit means nothing but it is f of a only. F of a only. Left side of a. Right side also f of a only. Left side, right side, both values are equal. When x is tending to a, when x is tending to a, f of x is equal to this value. F of x and taking as L sub. This value is L into f of x sub. Then f of x and taking as x equal to L sub. Okay, this value. So that from left of a, f of x by L, and right of a, f of x value L. That means from it is the value L. This value L. This value L means this value. From here to here. Okay. So here left value L, right value also L only. Left, right, both are equal. Left side, right side values both are equal. Then what is it? Then you say that limit is existed. Then how can you write this limit? Limit that tends to a, f of x is equal to L. Here it is left limit. It is right at A. Okay. It is the graph of this one. Remember. And next we have to, it is about limit. Okay. Next we have to know about neighborhood also. Neighborhood. Neighbors means you know the neighbors. Neighbors means who are staying surroundings. That means left side, right side to us. Those are called neighbors or not? Neighbors. So here also what is the neighborhood? Neighborhood. What is neighborhood? Neighborhood means nothing. It is neighborhood is nothing but a set. Neighborhood is nothing but a set of a given value. Suppose for example 2 I am taking. Okay, it is the real number. In this real number, what I am taking here? 0, 1, 2 I am taking here. -1 to -1. This is real number then R. Plus infinity, minus infinity. So what I am defining here? Neighborhood I am defining. Neighborhood means nothing but it is a small set. Of that in that real number line. Okay. So how it will be? Just see. Suppose for example to understand easily what I am taking here, 2 I am taking. Okay. So 2 is a point in this real number line. 2 is a one point I am taking. Okay. Yes. Now I am defining neighborhood. Neighborhood means neighbors of 2. Neighbors of 2 we have to take here. Neighbors of 2. What is neighbors of 2? Immediate pre-value of 2. Immediate next immediate value of 2. Pre-immediate value of 2. Next immediate value of 2 we have taken. What is the pre-immediate value of 2? Pre-immediate. That means suppose 2 I am taking here. What is pre-immediate value? 1.9999 and so on it will be now. This is the pre-immediate value of 2. And what is the next immediate value of 2 here? 2.000. See 1, 2, 3, 4 values I am taking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yes or no? Okay. So what is the difference of these two? 0.0000 is there or not? 1. From these two, what is the difference here? 0.00001. So this much of difference is there not? Then here, if right is in the, it is a pre immediate value of 2. It is the next immediate value of 2. Okay. So if you take this one as in the set form, then what is the set here? 1.99999. Come on. 2.00001. Okay. So between these two values, what is there? 2 is there or not? Yes. Then it is neighborhood of 2. Neighborhood of 2. Neighborhood of 2. Actually, what is neighborhood here? Neighborhood means neighborhood is nothing but a set, including the point, including the given point. Okay. Compulsory. How we have to take here? Wherever you will take that difference, wherever you take the difference, that value will be that constant value, fixed value. Okay, so it is the neighborhood of 2. Neighborhood of 2 means compulsory. Whatever the value you take here, that here say 2 between these two, one value is there or not? What is the value? One constant value is there. If you take these two values, constant. These two constants. If you take this one before that one, that same constant we have to take. Okay, so this set is called neighborhood of 2. Neighborhood of 2. In this neighborhood, what is the point? 2 is one of the point or not? You can say 2 is one of the value. Value means I am taking as one point. One point. Just remember here, it is the neighborhood. Simply what I am taking, what is the difference of that one? 0.00001 or not? This value I am taking as epsilon. That value I am taking as epsilon. Just see here, this one what we can take? It is 2 minus epsilon. It is 2 plus epsilon. So 2 minus some value and 2 plus some value. Epsilon is some constant value. Very small quantity. Epsilon is very small quantity. Then this set is called neighborhood of 2. Neighborhood of 2. Okay. Suppose I am not taking 2 here. Some value a I am taking in the place of x. In the place of 2, what I am taking? A I am taking. Here a is any real number. So what is the neighborhood of a here? Neighborhood of a. Neighborhood of a means neighborhood of a is a set. So a minus epsilon, a plus epsilon. A minus epsilon and a plus epsilon. Okay. So a minus epsilon and a plus epsilon. This set is called the neighborhood of a. Neighborhood of set A. In this neighborhood of set A, what is there? A is there or not? A is there. Like this. Here 2 is there. Here see. Between these two, 2 is there not? 2 is there. So a minus this value. Epsilon means this value. Epsilon means it is a very small quantity. Very small quantity which are removing from these two and which are adding to this two. Okay. That means nothing it is. Whatever the value you take. If you whatever the value you take, suppose 5 I am taken. If you remove a small quantity and if you are adding the small quantity, then that will be like this it will become. That means if you remove from this one, it will be here it becomes. If you add that same value to here, it will come here some other value. Then that set only is called as the neighborhood of that particular value or particular point. Okay, remember it is about neighborhood. Okay, neighborhood means nothing it is. Neighborhood is a set. Neighborhood is a set which is having that particular point A and immediate pre-value of that point, next immediate next value of that point. Remember, suppose x is equal to is a value number. X is equal to is a real number. Then what is the neighborhood of A? And here epsilon is a small quantity. Epsilon. Okay, epsilon is a small quantity, small, very small value. Then that the neighborhood of A is a minus epsilon comma a plus epsilon. A minus epsilon comma a plus epsilon. Okay, so I will explain one more here example you can understand easily. Suppose 4 I am taking. One value I am taking. I am removed from this side. What is that one? 3. One I am adding that one 5. Just suppose 3 comma 5. In this set 3 comma 5, what is that? 4 is there not? Yes. And this open interval 3 comma 5 is neighborhood of 4. Neighborhood of 4. But you cannot say like this biggest values. We cannot say biggest values. That means that difference value is very small value. Very small value. Remember. Okay. So why I am saying, why I define neighborhood means here to define this continuous definition, we will use that neighborhood. We will use that neighborhood set. Okay, just a second. Suppose here 5 is there. 5 is there. What is the pre-immediate of 5? Pre-immediate value 4.9999. So much you can take. For example, to understand to us, I am taking like this. what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the number. Here 5.0000001. So what is the difference of this 5 and these two? 0.00045. This much is difference is there not? So this one I am taking as epsilon. This one I am taking as a epsilon. Okay. So epsilon means how can I write this one here? How can I write this one as set form? See what it is 5 minus this value 4.99 and so what I am writing here 5 minus 0.0000001, right? Come on, here what I am writing 5 plus 0.0000001. Okay, so it is 5 minus this value I am taking as epsilon or not? Epsilon. Next here 5 plus epsilon. 5 minus epsilon, 5 plus epsilon. This set is called neighborhood of 5. Neighborhood of 5 only. Neighborhood of 5 only. Okay. So not only this epsilon you can take so much of values 0.0000000 and so on. Why? Because the epsilon is very smallest value. Very smallest value. It is near to 0 but is not equal to 0. It is near to 0 but not equal to 0. Somebody will be take this epsilon as h also. 5 minus h, 5 plus h. H also can take, no problem. Okay, however it may be, it is a neighborhood of 5. Neighborhood of a point. Neighborhood of a point in that real number. And that neighborhood also subset of that real numbers. Okay, just see. Here see, it is 0, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Plus infinity. And it is minus infinity. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 1. If you write neighborhood of each and every element, each and every number, you can write how many? You can write infinitely many neighborhoods you can write. Infinitely many neighborhoods you can write. Okay, suppose see, here what is there? 1.5 is there. Here 0.5 is there. If you want to write neighborhoods of each and every element, if you want to write neighborhood of each and every element, you can write infinitely many neighborhoods you can write. For each and every element you can write neighborhoods. For each and every element you can write neighborhoods like this. Like this. And so on you can write. This side also. Like this you can write each neighborhood. So for each and every element, whatever the value you can take, whatever the point you can take, or whatever the element you can, number you can take, for that number you can write neighborhood set. And you can write in that neighborhood also you can take a neighborhood. And so on, so many infinitely many neighborhoods you can write. So the union of these all neighborhoods is nothing but a real number line R. Real number line R. Just remember this one. It is a neighborhood. Okay. Yes. So now I am going to give the definition of continuous function. I am going to give a definition of continuity. Continuous. What is continuous function? Continuous function. Just observe this one. What is the general meaning of continuous? Continuous without stopping, or without breaking, or without jumping. Yes or no? That means continuous. Suppose see, without lifting my pen or my what is chalk piece, I stop it here. I draw like this. I stop it. Is this whatever the line I drawn here? Is this line continue line or not? Continue line. Continue line or not? Continue line. Why? Because here see there is no breaks. There is no breaks and there is no jumpings also. There is no breaks and there is no jumpings. Then what do you say? This line is a continuous line. This line is a continuous line. That is only the simple definition of that continuous function or continuity. Okay, continuous means nothing it is. If you try to draw a graph of a function, the graph of a function that will be curve suppose. If that curve you draw without any breaking or without any jumping, then the graph is called as a continuous graph. That curve is a continuous curve. Isn't it or not? Yes. Suppose, for example, I am taking one function suppose. F of x is a function from close to 1 minus 1 comma 10 to r suppose. F of x is a function function. What is the domain of this function f of x here? Close to minus 1 comma 10 servers. So here see minus 1 to 10 servers. Okay, it is x axis. It is O. Y, right? It is y dash. Okay. Now what I am doing here? F of x. What is x value? Domain means close to minus 1 comma 10 only. What is x value here? X value is from this set or not? So these are all the x values. 1 minus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. Up to 10. Okay? These are all the x values. X values. Clear? Yes. So now here, if you try to take x values and if you substitute f of x here, then only f of x values get or not? F of x. F of x means nothing but y values. So I am drawing the graph of this function f of x. Okay. So what I am drawing here, like this I got solution. After drawing the graph of this one, I got like up to here only will get, right? Up to 10 only. It is last one. It is first one. Yes or no? That means just observe this one. In this domain, it is the function f of x or not? It is the curve f of x or not? So just observe here. In this domain, close to minus 1 to 10. I draw the graph of the function f of x. Then what we got here? We got a curve. It is the curve. So this curve is it is the curve, right? So just observe here. It is the curve. So this curve I drawn without breaking. Without breaking or jumping. Without breaking or without jumping. Yes or no? Then these type of functions is called continuous functions in its domain. If you draw the graph of the function, if you try to draw the graph of the function, then the graph is, then the curve is, you are getting without breaking or without jumping, in its domain, then the curve is called continuous curve. That curve is called continuous curve. Curve is called continuous curve. Then what is it? That curve means nothing but functional order. Then that function is called continuous function in its domain. Continuous function in its domain. Are understanding or not? Continuous function. When you will say function is continuous function, the curve is without breaking or without jumping. If the curve is without breaking or without jumping in its domain only. No need to go outside of the domain. In its domain, if the curve is drawn without jumping or without breaking, then what is it? Then that curve is nothing but continuous curve. Then curve means nothing but it is functionally. That function is continuous function. Simply we are saying like this, but it is not a mathematical definition. Mathematical definition I will give just to see here. Okay, see. Suppose if you want to say at a point somewhere, at a particular point means these are the points minus 1 to 10. These are the points only. Points are not. When you will say this curve is a continuous curve in its at a particular point. Particular point is suppose at 5 somewhere. At 5. That means what is it? That means compulsory what must be? The curve. When do you say just understand carefully. When do you say the curve is continuous curve at a particular point. When do you say particular point? We say I am taking 5. The point I am taking as 5. Now we have to say about that the curve is continuous curve at a point 5. So further from what we have to say? Nothing it is. That means the compulsory the curve is continuous curve in its neighborhood of 5. If the curve is whatever the curve you drawn, that curve is without breaking or without jumping in its neighborhood of 5, then what do you say? Then that curve is called a continuous curve. That curve is called a continuous curve. Yet 0.5. At 0.5. Are you understanding or not? One more time. Just see. When do we say a curve is a continuous curve at a particular point? At a particular point. That means the graph of the curve must, that means the graph of the function. The graph of the function or the curve must be drawn without breaking or without jumping in its particular what is the term? Neighborhood of the point. In its neighborhood of point. Then that function is or the curve is called, that curve is called continuous curve at 0.5. At 0.5. Suppose at 0.6 you have to say that 0.6 is number what must be in neighborhood of 6, the curve must be how to draw without jumping or without breaking. At 3 you have to say that 3 means in its neighborhood. In its neighborhood of 3, the curve must be, we have to draw the curve must be without breaking and without jumping. Without breaking and without jumping. At a point, we have to say at a point. At a point means compulsory the curve we have to draw without jumping or without breaking. In that, what is that? In that neighborhood. In that neighborhood. Suppose it is a curve I drawn. So the curve I drawn without jumping and without breaking. Without jumping and without breaking. Say from here to here. Then what do you say? The function of x is continuous function. That way, at x equal to 3. The function is continuous function at x equal to 3. Are you understanding or not? At a point, at a particular point. Are you understanding or not? See, I will try to draw some more time here. Just a second. It is a graph, right? Curve symbol. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 diagonal. It is up to 8. It is 1. It is the domain of this function f of x. It means curve it is f of x. It is f of x curve, right? I drawn the curve f of x, then I got like this curve in this domain 1 to 8. 1 to 8. So can you say is it continuous curve or not? Yes, in its domain. Domain is 1 to 8. This curve is a continuous curve. This curve is a continuous curve. Yes or no? Yes, continuous curve. Yes, we can accept it as continuous curve. Why? Because here this curve I drawn without jumping and without breaking. Without jumping and without breaking. Then this curve is a continuous curve. In its domain. This curve is called a continuous curve, or this function is called a continuous function in its domain 1 to 8. 1 to in its domain. Now what I am asking here, when do you say this curve is a continuous curve at a particular point? Sorry, at a particular point. At a particular point. Particular point, suppose at 5 I am taking. 5 means it is 5. Some value, right? Compulsory this curve must be how to draw without jumping and without breaking. Without jumping and without breaking in the neighborhood of 5. In the neighborhood of 5. So like this. I draw like this. It is 5 at 5. It is like this I draw. So this curve I draw without jumping or without breaking in the neighborhood of 5. In the neighborhood of 5. Then what is it? What do you say? Then the function is or the curve is a continuous curve at 5. Continuous curve at 5. Are you understanding? Continuous curve at 5. Okay. So it is the definition of continuous. General definition. Okay. Now mathematically how can you define? Mathematically how can you define? So I will give this mathematically definition in next class. Okay. Thank you.